All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on the real security team of the internet, firewalls and proxies. We're going to break down exactly how these digital bodyguards work to protect you online, and we'll do it in a way that's super simple and easy to get your head around.
Okay, let's just jump right in with an analogy that's going to carry us through this whole explainer. Think about your network like it's a huge exclusive concert. Running its security is exactly like being in charge of security for that venue. And your tools? They're not magic. They're just really, really disciplined guards who follow your orders to the letter.
So who's actually on this security detail? First things first, let's meet the key players. These are the digital guards standing at all the gates, controlling every single person or, packet of data that tries to get in or out.
Your main heavy hitter is the firewall. This is your head bouncer. Picture this guy standing right at the front gate with a clipboard and a very strict guest list. His entire job is to check who's trying to get in and see if their name is on the list. If it is, great, you're in. If not, sorry, you're not getting past him. It's really that simple. But here's the thing, not all bouncers are created equal. You've got different levels of security. Your basic packet filtering firewall, that's the fastest one. He's the guy who just glances to see if you're holding a ticket. Then you've got a stateful firewall. This one's a bit smarter. He actually remembers seeing you come in earlier, so he knows you belong. And then there's the blig one, an application layer firewall, or a WAF. This is your most thorough guard. He's the one who's going to open and inspect every single package coming through to make sure nothing dangerous is being smuggled inside. Yeah, it's a bit slower, but way, way more secure. Okay, so let's meet the next member of the security team, the proxy. A proxy is basically a middleman. You should think of them less like a guard and more like a concierge, or maybe a personal shopper who handles all the requests for you, so you never have to interact with the outside world directly. And this is where it gets really important to understand whose side the proxy is actually on. A forward proxy, that one's on your side. It's your personal shopper. It goes out to the internet for you and it hides your real identity. But a reverse proxy, that's on the server side. It's like the venue's main receptionist, protecting all the performers backstage and making sure traffic gets directed properly so no one server gets totally overwhelmed. And to round out our team, there's this really clever little trick called NAT. This is basically the magic that lets your entire household, your laptop, your phone, your smart TV, all of it, share one single mailing address that the outside world sees. Your router acts as the receptionist, keeping track of which device asked for which piece of mail. Pretty neat, right? Now, these guards are incredibly powerful, but here's the key thing to remember. They don't just make up the rules as they go. Nope. They follow a very specific, very strict rule book that we write for them. Every single decision they make comes directly from one of our orders. So how do we actually talk to them? How do we give them these orders? Well, we use these explicit commands written in a really precise language. There is absolutely no room for guessing or interpretation. You have to tell the firewall exactly what to allow, what to deny, and from where. So, for example, take a look at this command. This little line of text is a direct order to our bouncer. It's us saying, hey, you see gate number 443? That's the one for secure web traffic. I need you to open it up now. It's a precise instruction to unlock a very specific door for a very specific purpose.
And boom, you see the result almost instantly. After we give the order, we can run a quick check. It's like sending a scout to go test the gates, and the report comes back confirming our order was followed. Port 443 is now officially open for business.
Okay, so it all seems pretty straightforward, right? But what happens if the rulebook has a typo? Or what if one of the guards just isn't paying attention? That right there is where the real danger is. A single misconfiguration can completely undermine your entire security operation. And this is what attackers live for. They are professional opportunists. They're not trying to blast through a brick wall. No. They're just quietly walking along the wall, rattling every doorknob, looking for the one that was accidentally left unlocked. They are absolute experts at finding these common mistakes. And these are the classic blunders they are always hunting for. Leaving an administrative door wide open to the entire internet? That's a huge one. Another classic is trusting everyone inside the venue completely. Once an attacker slips past that front gate, they can just roam around freely. And maybe the most basic mistake of all is forgetting to log anything. Come on, that's like running a venue with 0 security cameras. If something bad goes down, you have no idea who did it or how. You're flying blind. So, how do you check on your own security detail? How do you make sure you're running a really tight ship? The good news is you don't have to be some kind of security genius. It all comes down to following a few core principles. Think of it as your defensive playbook. This is your 5-step playbook. And rule number 1, the absolute golden rule, is default deny. That means you start with every single door locked, and you only open what you absolutely, positively need. Second, segment your network, so a small fire backstage doesn't burn down the whole venue. Third, practice least privilege. Give your staff only the keys they need to do their job, nothing more. Fourth, use your proxies and WAFs for those extra layers of protection. And finally, log everything. Trust me, those security cameras are your best friend when you have to figure out what went wrong. So if there's one crucial idea to walk away with, it's this. By default, your network's answer to every single request is no. Every allow rule you write is a conscious, deliberate choice you're making to open a door. And that leaves us with a final, really critical question you should be asking about your own systems. What are you choosing to say yes to? And more importantly, why?